Okay, so the final topic for this chapter is the Keypress event. So here basically this is another event. The only event which we have been doing till now was the click event. Now this is another type of such a thing where we look at um, what key was pressed, what was the first key or any key which was pressed. And so basically, this is only valid for like text boxes. What it does is can prevent the text box from accepting an inappropriate character. So something which we do not expect at that text box, if the user presses that, then it basically ignores that key press. So as an example, uh, let's look at the examples here to more understand how to do this. So instead of the general template private sub h text box, then we have been looking at button click mostly. We have not been looking at for text boxes. Now for text boxes, suppose we have an h text box and we want to use the key press. So h text box underscore key press. Then we have those parentheses with some arguments, by val sender as object, by val e as something something. Now this is extremely similar to like the button click events. The only difference here is that um, in those we didn't care much about that bival, not the bival, the e after the bival, but here it's very important, that e, what's inside that e. Uh, so that e stores information of what keys are being pressed or what inputs are given to the text box itself, and we can check that using the e.keychar. So e.keychar contains the user input in the text box. So if suppose e.keychar is less than within quotes 0 or it's greater than within quotes 9, now here's the thing. So looking at this, you might think, okay, if the user input something which is negative or which is greater than 9, then this is true. Well, no. This actually means that since it's looking for a string, it's not looking for the numerical number. So anything in that table which is below 0 or greater than 9, meaning that anything which is not a number. So this looks at like a table which has all those characters from 0 to 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, and then control characters, symbols, like exclamation mark and all that. They all have a certain value, character value. So 0 to 9 are together in this table, and everything else is either below or above it. And also control characters are those like enter, delete, backspace, escape. All these are control characters. So basically it's saying that if the key e.keychar is not a number and e.keychar is also not the backspace or control cars dot back, then e handled is equals to true. Meaning that if this is the condition, if the user did not enter a number or not even the backspace, then I've handled this. Meaning that I have ignored whatever user input that was. So if I had put A or B or some like symbol or stuff, this would not be input into the text box. And this is obvious. This is obviously an age text box where you're supposed to input some numbers. So if you don't get a number or the backspace, you're probably not interested in that information. So that's how you basically use this keychar thingy. Pretty interesting. Another example here is the register text box, which basically only looks for y, be it small or capital, or n, be it small or capital. And so if e dot keycard is not capital or small y or capital N or small n, then it's handled, meaning that it's ignored. Now, I mean, another way of doing it is just, um, instead of all these, you could just have said if e dot keycard dot to upper is not equals to y and not equals to n, then you would have not have all these ands, but this still works. And so this is another way of doing it, just a longer way. So we have learned several interesting things in this lecture series: the structures, different buttons, key press, message box. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and good luck with the labs and assignments that follow. I hope you like doing